My name is Gina Cordum. I've been teaching at New Life Academy for 9 years. I teach high school English.
My name is Lawrence Simmons. I am a Bible teacher at New Life, and this will be my 15th year.
My name's Laura Allen. I teach social studies for middle school, which is 7th and 8th grade, and I've now been here for 17 years. If you asked my students what my teaching style is, they would say she's funny. She does accents. She tells stories. I want them to understand that history can be fun and exciting, and it still applies to their lives.
I really try to model what I teach, to kind of, have an environment in the classroom where, Christ is really exalted, but also where students really feel comfortable and loved and open.
You can learn a lot about a student through what they write about, and it's a really privileged relationship, and I don't take that lightly. I want to be a good influence as much as I can, and I want to see how they grow into adults and what they're going to do to the world, because some of them are going to do some pretty awesome things.
Well, it is 5:55 on a Wednesday morning. Sometimes duty calls early.
I'm so tired.
Yeah,
I have to come back tonight for the DC meeting. So I'm in this meeting, and then I gotta go home, and somebody's gonna watch my son so I can come back for the DC meeting, and then go back home again and come back, 12 hours later.
I have to go to parent-teacher conferences tonight. Get to go. But
This is good.
I feel the pain.
By the time the day's over, I gather my things, I pick up my son, and I'm just exhausted. And I wonder, what would a job be like that you don't have to plan so many different things, grade so many different things? And then there are those moments where you can't imagine doing anything else.
Just seeing, the little seed that's been planted in 9th or 10th grade, and then watching them walk the stage at graduation. I cry every single year just because I've seen that growth. And it's only 3 years. I can't imagine what the elementary teachers feel when they see that, because they've seen them grow so much. I'm really excited because tomorrow they get to do poetry, which they hate, and I love it, because then at the end I can, rub it in their faces that I made them like it, even though they didn't want to. So what's teaching if not, success at the expense of people's feelings? Ha, just kidding. That's a joke. I need more coffee.
In any job, it's easy to have doubts about whether or not you should be doing what you're doing, or if you're being effective or not. But the truth of the gospel reminds me, no, you are the one that I want to be teaching these kids right now. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in this classroom.
I get to teach about social studies, which I think is the best subject, but I'm biased. But then I also get to talk to kids and weave in this story of Jesus and his love for them and his love for the world, and applying it to history, applying it to geography. I feel like all my passions meld here at New Life. So for me, coming to work is a joy.
Hello, this is one of my classes.
Hi! Woo! I didn't get everyone. There's people over there. I don't know how they're gonna remember me. Maybe they won't. That would be okay. Maybe just as someone who loves them. I hope that they look at me as a teacher of integrity, and that they knew I cared about them. If they forget what iambic pentameter is, I'll forgive them. That's okay. You don't need to know that, really.
I get to be a part of this story. I get to be a part of these students' lives and part of a community that's investing in the students and that's producing real disciples of Jesus. Why wouldn't I want to be a part of that?
I get to teach 132 kids a day. Who else has that much variety in their day? Who else gets to have them come back and visit you and tell you, this is what I'm doing with my life? You sit there trying not to cry because you realize, oh my gosh, you're an adult. You made it, you did it. I think this is an incredibly rewarding job.
Thank you, Mrs. Cordum, for always being such a hard worker and always being prepared for class, and taking interest in more than who we are as students, but also as people.
Hi, Miss Allen. You know, you think of those middle school years as being really awkward, but I only remember you inspiring us to be ourselves and to instill in us a passion for Jesus, and you really are one of the best.
Hey, Mr. Simmons. I just wanted to take a minute just to say thank you. You've really showed me what it means to be a Christian man, a disciple of Jesus, not because of what you say you believe, but because of your actions.
Hey, Mrs. Cordum, it's me, Siri.
Siri.
You are amazing, and it's been such a pleasure for me to work with you over the years. I've looked up to you in so many ways, and there's so much that I want to say that I think I should tell you in person.
Hi, Siri! Hi, Mrs. Cordum. I wrote you a letter to tell you how awesome you are, so...
Hi, Layton.
Hey, Miss Allen.
How are you?
Good. Well,
What?
Hey, Mr. Simmons.
Hello.
Hello.
my gosh.
Hey, so good to see you.
Good for you.
We've got something to read to you.
We have a letter for you.
I think you're supposed to sit.
Oh,
Yes. Dear Mrs. Cordum, thank you so much for the impact that you have made here at New Life. You are an incredible teacher. You have this ability to make everyone feel comfortable and valued in your classes. You create a sense of community and support in each class, and it's amazing to be a part of.
We know that as a teacher, much of what you do from day to day feels like it goes unnoticed. Students pass through your door, sit in your class, listen to your words, and go on to graduate, and you might never hear from them again. So, we wanted to take a quick moment to let you know just how much what you do really means.
some of the best times I've ever had have happened in your class, and that really means a lot to me. Now I love and cherish that history that you taught me, and I learned to love it even more, and I would have never known that unless it was for you.
You have helped me build confidence in the classroom, and now I can really voice my questions and thoughts. You genuinely care for each student and want to see them succeed both at New Life and in the world.
As someone who was unknowingly dating their future spouse in your high school Bible class, you have no idea the impact the way you lived your life and executed your marriage would go on to influence generations to come. You taught us that ministry could be found in the mundane, that a call to live biblically and pursue deep relationships with God has just as much of an impact as a high school Bible teacher, or as a corporate executive, or as a mom at home changing diapers.
You actually cared about your students enough to make sure that they were having fun and learning at the same time. And I don't think I've seen anyone else do it in such a thoughtful and loving way.
You have helped me grow not only as an English student, but beyond in my personal life. Your hard work and love for teaching does not go unnoticed.
You are leaving a legacy, not just in how you teach your classes, but in how you live your life. Each one of us that has sat in your classroom has gone on to somehow impart a piece of what we have learned into the world, thanks to the effort and encouragement poured into us from people like you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you want to keep the letter?
I do.
Thank you for those words. That was so sweet. Oh, you're very welcome.
Oh, you guys are the best.
We did our
Oh, my goodness. It's so good to see you.
Good to see you.